Alrighty, boob tubes and tickety talk land. So Pakistan hot back at Iran last night with some missile and was it drone attacks as well, or was it just missile? Regardless, it was an attack. Pakistan attacked Iran, and something very interesting, which is getting mentioned. Probably not over here in the West. It's just Pakistan hot Iran. But if you look around, you'll see it coming up elsewhere. And what I mean is, with what's happening in Taiwan with China, China swinging its dick a wee bit more in the South China Sea, swinging its dick a wee bit more in Taiwan. I don't know if you know this or not. China has been expanding its influence Northern Africa, probably other parts of Africa as well, but I know about Northern Africa. And as it turns out, I didn't know this, but I now do. It doesn't surprise me, because the Western model to gain influence in the old colonial powers is go in and pay people off to rape the country. China's tactic is go in, build infrastructure and gain influence that way. And a lot of the Chinese ventures into Africa, they've been getting kicked out. Now, sorry if this is getting a wee bit complicated for people, but bear with me. You've ever remember Libya? You've ever remember Libya? You've ever remember Libya? One of the first mobs to get out of Dodge when Libya got invaded was the Chinese. China's had all sorts of thousands of people in there building infrastructure programs and stuff. Not after the invasion, that place just get turned into a dust bowl, just like it happened to Sudan. That was on Wesley Clark's fucking 7 countries in 5 years list. Both might not be taking over the West, but the West has fucked those countries up, turned fucking native on native, and turned them into shitholes instead of thriving economies, which they could and have been in the past, especially Libya. So fast forward to today, bear with me, right, because there's more going on than meets the eye. So fast forward to today, and this will explain it a wee bit more in that, or at least you will know where I'm coming from, because it does sound like ramblings of a madman's mind, but bear with me. What I'm saying is, the West came into Libya, kicked the Chinos out of Libya. If you go and look into a wee bit more depth, go and see where China's pouring its infrastructure programs to gain influence within Africa. And sometimes what you'll find is the locals love it because they're getting infrastructure built, and then something will happen. Coincidentally, you know, it's not soft power or anything, and everybody will turn on everybody, or the West will just openly invade it, like Libya. It's the internal struggles between global powers, I would argue, and then it's dressed up in fucking terrorist act, terrorist this, Gaddafi bad, blah 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 blah. He's good this week, bad that week, you know, like Saddam. Like Assad, remember he was a new Hitler? It's a joke. So the strike that's happened from Iran, from Pakistan into Iran, happens to be in its eastern province. I don't know the internal politics about it, but it's of note. And the long and the short of it is there's a lot of Chinese workers on a very strategically important infrastructure program that's happening there. Let's see if any of these maps bring it up. And that's why China is willing to get stuck into this. So there was a commentator on Al Jazeera saying this is the Israelis influencing it, right? But to Al Jazeera, everything's the Israelis, whether it's true or not, who knows? It could be possibly true. Fuck knows. Who am I to know sitting here? But if this is getting orchestrated to turn Pakistan against Iran for whatever reason, or just inflame that fucking whole scenario, if they turn that place into a war zone, blaming terrorist fucking organisations yet again, of course terrorism, fucking, the terrorists, where do the terrorists get the guns from? Anyway, it's a terrorist organisation again that they're blaming for fucking throwing missiles at each other. If this area does escalate, it means the Chinas will yet again have to get out of Dodge. Libya, it was blatantly the West, they just openly invaded. Other areas, you could say it's been done under the table with funding fucking weird-ass groups to do weird-ass shit and fuck up the internal politics of country and just turn it in on itself, turn it into a dust bowl, and thus making the infrastructure programs that China's trying to put in place. And listen, people might be wetting their knickers and going, you're a commie, you're a commie. I'm just pointing out what's fucking happening. Pick a side if you want, man. I'm just pointing out what's happening and what's certainly fucking Talk TV and all that aren't they doing. None of the American press will be fucking talking about this shit because they're all too busy electioneering for one fucking arsehole or the other. What was it at South Park? Is it a fucking turd sandwich or a fucking douche? Welcome to democracy scam, motherfucker! Anyway, they only need to pay off a certain amount of the population with their policies to fucking get enough votes, and then they say rule by majority, and it ain't. It's rule by minority, and it's all the fucking, what do you call them? House niggles. So the house niggles that they pay off with their tax breaks. This policy, shine their balls, and then they do the sums, like, right, I think we've got enough to win this election. Fuck the rest of them. Line you up against the wall. So, anyway, so this is like just an update of all this shit, and I'm going on about Libya because that's a good example. If you go and scratch beneath the surface of Libya, not only was it taking out Gaddafi and all the shit that he stood for, but that's been shat on big style. It was to get the Chinas out as well, because the Chinas were increasing they would have got a foothold in Africa, and the West don't want China to get a foothold in fucking motherfucking Africa. Anyway, times India. Exercise restraint. China tells Iran, Pakistan amid rising tensions after missile attack. China urged Pakistan and Iran to exercise restraint and maintain peace after the missile attacks in Balochistan earlier today. See, this is what I'm going to have to scratch beneath the surface of. Who stands where? What US, China, India said on Iran-Pak airstrikes. Apart from its strikes in Pakistan, Iran has also unleashed missiles and drone attacks on neighbouring Iraq and Syria. It's getting hot in here, so blow up all your shit. It is getting so hot, I'm gonna blow some shit up. At least 11 people killed, blah blah blah. After Israel's war in Gaza, the whole place is turning into shit. Turning into a big dust bowl. No use to no cunt. By design. Right. I'm not going to bore you, but China will intermediate between Pakistan and Iran. See China swinging its dick in international fucking politics. Back in the day, they would all been running to the White House. Oh, please, Mr. White House, sort out our shit before we kill each other more than we're already killing each other. Where's that area that's fucking disputed between the two? Is it Kashmir? I might be getting that wrong, right? I'm going on my brain, which doesn't work that well. Kashmir, and they've been killing each other endlessly, fucking on the front line. They still have like an old school fucking World War II style front line in Kashmir, if my memory serves. But anyway, there is more than meets the eye here, folks. I know it's just going to get, like, Western press will just dress it up as fucking Pakistan hits Iran, right? But they're hitting fucking, it's messed up. It's FUBAR. It's fucking bar. And it's hard to get your head round because you've got the sectarianism with the fucking Abduls getting used against them to turn each other on each other. Then you've got all the fucking terrorist groups funded by fucking both sides of the fucking sectarian fucking Abdul divide. Then you've got China in the mix, and you've got the West in the mix. China have no doubt got their fucking proxies and their fucking their Abdul armies fucking on the go funding them for their purposes. The West are doing the same, and it's just one big fucking head fuck. But don't worry, the press and the TV will boil it down into small, simple, bite-sized fucking chunks for you just to swallow their pish. And that's what will happen. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Get it, got it, good. Stay tuned. This is getting interesting. Netflix, on it. Catchies.